Let me tell you something that might make you uncomfortable. Your motivation isn't disappearing. Your discipline isn't weak. You're not lazy, broken, or behind in life. There is one single thought running quietly in your mind, and it is draining your energy, killing your confidence, and stopping your progress every day. And the scariest part? You believe it's helping you. This one thought is quietly ruining your motivation. The thought that is quietly ruining your motivation is simple. I'll do it when I feel ready. That thought sounds reasonable. It sounds smart. It sounds responsible, but it's a trap. Because readiness is a feeling, and feelings are unreliable. Your brain is wired to keep you comfortable, not to make you successful. So every time you wait to feel motivated, confident, or inspired, your brain delays action to protect you from discomfort. Motivation is not something you wait for, it's something you create through action. Confidence doesn't come before effort. It's built because of effort. When you wait for the perfect moment, you hand control of your life to hesitation. And hesitation always chooses comfort over growth. Your brain will always try to talk you out of doing hard things. It will create excuses that sound logical. It will tell you tomorrow is better. It will tell you you're not ready yet. But every delay strengthens the habit of stopping. And every small action strengthens the habit of moving forward. The moment you stop negotiating with your emotions and start acting anyway, everything changes. Progress doesn't require motivation. It requires a decision. And that decision is always available right now. Waiting to feel ready is one of the most damaging habits because it disguises fear as logic. Readiness feels responsible, but in reality, it keeps you frozen. The truth is, no meaningful change begins with certainty. Every new habit, goal, or transformation starts with discomfort. When you wait for readiness, you are waiting for a feeling that only appears after action. The brain interprets waiting as safety, and safety reinforces inaction. Over time, this creates a loop where hesitation becomes your default response. You begin to associate growth with danger, even when nothing is actually wrong. The longer you delay, the heavier the task feels. This makes starting even harder, which deepens the belief that you're not ready. It's not that you lack ability, it's that you've trained your mind to pause instead of move. Readiness is not a requirement for progress. Movement is. The moment you act before feeling ready, you break the cycle and reclaim control from fear. Motivation is often misunderstood as a feeling you must have before starting, but it actually shows up after you begin. Action produces clarity, confidence, and momentum. When you wait for motivation, you're placing the cause after the effect. This creates frustration and self-blame because motivation rarely arrives on its own. Action, even when it's small, sends a powerful signal to the brain that you are capable. That signal generates energy. The brain responds to evidence, not intention. When you move, you create proof. Proof builds belief. Belief fuels motivation. This is why people often say they didn't feel like starting, but felt better once they did. The feeling followed the behavior. Motivation is a reward for action, not a prerequisite. When you understand this, you stop waiting and start creating momentum intentionally. The brain's primary job is to keep you safe, not to help you grow. Growth requires uncertainty, effort, and risk, which the brain interprets as potential danger. That's why resistance shows up when you try something new. The brain prefers familiar discomfort over unfamiliar possibility. Comfort feels predictable, even if it's unsatisfying. When you choose comfort, the brain rewards you with temporary relief. But that relief comes at the cost of long-term fulfillment. Each time you avoid action, the brain strengthens the comfort pathway. Each time you act, you weaken it. Understanding this removes self-judgment. Resistance isn't a personal flaw, it's biology. Once you stop taking resistance personally, you stop obeying it. Overthinking feels productive, but it increases fear rather than reducing it. The mind tries to solve emotional discomfort with logic, but fear is not logical. The more you think, the more scenarios you create. Most of those scenarios never happen, yet they feel real in the body. This drains energy and increases hesitation. Overthinking delays action, and delay amplifies anxiety. Action interrupts this loop. Movement brings you into the present moment. It replaces imagined outcomes with real experience. Experience reduces fear because it gives your brain concrete data instead of speculation. Thinking doesn't build courage. Doing does. Small actions are powerful because they bypass resistance. The brain doesn't fear small steps the way it fears big changes. When you lower the threshold for action, you increase consistency. Consistency builds trust with yourself. Each small win reinforces identity. You begin to see yourself as someone who follows through. Confidence grows naturally from repetition. Momentum is not created by massive effort. It's created by repeated movement. Small actions accumulate into transformation. The key is not intensity, it's continuation. Stop waiting for motivation to save you. Take action, even when it feels uncomfortable. That's how motivation is built.